Most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Darnold completes to Bell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
We're going to sign 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Darnold on third down. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Alert flare. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll try again with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go, baby. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Watch the run. Watch the run. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check, check.
Darnold from the gun. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check 26, check 26. Go, 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 go.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Le'Veon Bell, no shades there at 2015 against the Chargers where he stumbled in. Here he can't get in. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Bring it. Bring it. Go to 54. Go to 54. Jim. Hatch it. Jim. Shit. No.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Check it back. Kill. Turn up. We're going to 54. Under 10. 10. 26.
Now Gordon. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Slam. Sponge. No. Check. Presto. We're going to 53. Watch it. We're going to 54. Line 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Let's go. Get out there. Switch.
Now Gordon on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's go, D. Hey, watch it, watch it.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go ahead. 51. Get this one. We're going to 54. Right in. Check 6 guys. Here we go. 46. Under. Hey.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You must be true. Take it.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On second down, this is Jackson. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Check. Check. 50. Hey, kill. Pull together. Check 24. Done. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. C.J. Mosley able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 26 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Avery Williamson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go. Out. So we're going to 52.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, as the first half is winding down. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Wide, get wide. Take four.
They'll run on first down. Newsom, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Watch the eye.
From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go, 47. All day, defense, all day. Right here. Go, get out 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
This is Bell. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a jet first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. To throw is Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second and 7, Prescott. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, it's Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Target. Check. Check, go to 54, go to 54. Line. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Check. Walk 54. You're not ready.
Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And down to the 29-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 66 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make them cry.
Here's Bell. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Pilot, 64, weak. 49.
Back to throw, Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line.
6-6, bullet high.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey.
Again, it's Bell. Fighting his his way in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
26 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And caught by Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Check 3, check 3.
Topper!
On 1st down, it's Gordon. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 29.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll run it with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Bell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Let flow. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. To try here for the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Makes the score. Chargers 20, Jets 14.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL